everybody, Stuck here. Thanks for joining me back for another round of Darkest Dungeon, the board game, where we are about to head into the last dungeon of the first boss. So the level 1 boss, which is the Necromancer. This dungeon is going to be randomized. I'm about to do the final bits of that. We're going to continue on. But before I do that, I did want to first off thank you all for continuing to watch this series. I know that a long series like this can sometimes lose most of the viewership, but y'all are sticking with me, so thank you. And I also want to say I appreciate some of my viewers giving me some very, very good feedback. As a note to that, I want to make a couple of corrections. One of them is about stun. I was treating stun as if it absorbed the whole turn, but it doesn't. It just absorbs one action. So if you have like 2 stun tokens, you'd remove the stun token and lose 1 action on your turn, not both actions. So we're not going to backtrack anything on that. I just want to put that out there. And then the second part of it is experience. I read the experience, man. I've been playing the experience thing too tight for myself. Basically, when you come back from a dungeon and there's 3 experience, that's for each player, not the pool of players. So I did make some adjustments. Now, the biggest adjustment that I made, actually the only real adjustment that came out of that, I worked everything out so it kind of came out the same way, except for one very important factor, and that is without tweaking things too much and going back and redoing the entire Hamlet phase, I was able to upgrade the Grave Robber to level 2. What does that mean? Well, now she has 2 dodge and 15 health. And she had 3 movement before, so 3 movement. She's also resistant to debuff and blight. And, you know, I never used their Hamlet skills. I got to remember their Hamlet skills when we're in the Hamlet. But that left her with no experience left to speak of. So now everybody else, so the Hellion has, because she upgraded one of her skills, has 2 experience. The Necromancer, the Highwayman who upgraded one of his skills permanently, has 2 experience. And the Vestal upgraded 2 of her skills temporarily, which costs no experience, just money. And so she has 4 experience. The other thing is, because I upgraded the Grave Robber, it left me with only 1 gold left, which is okay. Now we're getting ready. As you can see, I got the map layout for the. So those are 2 corrections I wanted to get to this round. I'll just pass beyond that. So those corrections are complete. We are good. Okay. Now I got a couple things out. I got our provision dice out here, which we haven't rolled, and I want to remind you that I bought 3 last time, so there's 3 additional there. That is fantastic. And then these 2 tokens here are the, I put them out here a couple days ago, so I really don't remember which order they're in, is the Necromancer's Lair and a random room. And they have to go on the ends here. So I'm randomizing them up. And I wish I don't have a D6 handy. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I have a D10. 1 through 5, this top one goes here. 6 through 10, the top one goes there. 10. So the top one's going to go here. And this one will go over here. Then the rest of them, I'm just going to place them out randomly. And we'll get the dungeon set up. And hopefully this random allocation goes in our favor. That would be bad if it didn't, right? And then last up, we'll roll our provision dice, and then I'm going to get into the final dungeon and scenario. We'll talk about the details of that. So here we go. Man, lots of shovels. Look at this. Wow, we got lots of stuff. The tools don't do me as much good, but there's some good news here. 3 torches. Okay, food. Bandages. And a random, which is obviously going to be a potion, because we have no potions. So I'm going to flip it over to this side and give us a potion. So at least I have 1 to get rid of blight. Quite an interesting mix there. Now, let's go over the scenario real quick. When you get to the boss level scenario, it is always basically the same. It's face the threat. And I don't know if there's 1 per level or not, but this is the boss quest. Face the threat. The threat has shown itself. Now it's time to strike, find its lair, and eradicate it. Special rules. Set up the dungeon according to the boss quest rules, which I have done. That's it right there. You can't return to the hamlet before you defeat the boss, so there's no going back now. Now, if we succeed, we get a flat 3 experience, and then those are the rooms that were in place. This is the boss's room, that scroll. And we have a treasure room, we have a lair, we have a trap, we have one curio. That's kind of good because while I do have 3 torches, I can use them for other things. We get curios when we're wandering around as well. 2 darkness rooms and a empty room. So that's that part of it. That is the dungeon. Now, just so you know, when we get to the Necromancer, when we finally get to his lair, we're not going to pull a random room. We have this room ready to go. You can see it's got the Necromancer's symbol on it. And the Necromancer, I have him out, but I'm not going to show him to you yet. I'm going to hold off. We're going to see what he does when we get there. He's an interesting cat, that Necromancer. He's going to give us a lot of trouble. I can tell you that right now. So with that said, messed up, done all my mess ups. We're getting ready to go. Let's head into the dungeon. You know, the interesting thing, if you were playing one character, maybe 2, this is probably easier. There's so much to remember. Like, I'm looking at their Hamlet skills and thinking, God, I could have used some of those. That would have been fantastic, to buff them up as they head into the dungeon, that sort of thing. But we didn't. It's okay. And again, I think next time we go back to the Hamlet, I will be able to level up our Vestal. Okay, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is question of the day. Do I scout? Do I scout? I think we do. So I'm going to pump everybody up a level of stress. Even though it's only 1 token, I just don't like rolling 2 dice each on the exploration dice. It sucks, right? So the first room we're going to get is going to be darkness room. Now, what does that do? Let's get our cards out. We'll show that off. And there's always ways to counter most of these things. So where's the darkness room? Darkness, darkness. Stressful darkness. It says consume a torch or gain +2 or +2 stress or -1 torchlight. I think for right now we'll just absorb the torchlight because the Vestal has dazzling light 2. We can increase the torch back up, so we'll do that. That will be. Oh, but you know what? Before I do any of that, we have to roll for our exploration. Let's see what we get. So first up, we're going to roll for the Hellion. She gets I think rubble, which we got lots of shovels. Another rubble for the Highwayman, so that's another shovel. Good thing we got tools. A blank for the Grave Robber, that is fantastic, and a food for the Vestal. The Vestal's hungry. All right, so let's take care of these first. First off, we have the rubble. We can use a tool or consume or do something bad, so we're going to use a tool. Boom. Now I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I do have 3 tools, but we're going to use 2 of them in the very first room of the dungeon. I guess it's okay. We're going to do it again because I'd rather not take the consequences until later, so that's gone. And then of course the Grave Robber rolled a blank, and we do have some nice provisions. We'll use a provision for the Vestal, and then we get to move into this room. Though it is cleared. Wait, do we clear? I think I got to remember. Do we clear stressful darkness? I think it tells you if it's not cleared or not. Let me look at the dark room there. Yeah. Hold on, I got to look at my rooms here. Empty dark room. Can't be cleared, so it's -1 torchlight. So now we go down, and we cannot clear that. But we are going to explore again, and I am going to. We're going to scout. So everybody's up to one more stress now. We're not doing bad. We had taken away most of our stress. We came in this dungeon pretty good. The only one even has any damage is the Grave Robber. That's going to give us 1 more room to look at. That sucks. Oh, it's a lair. That's great. That way we get to get some stuff out of it. That is very, very cool. Okay. And let's go into the lair. Now we got to roll our exploration dice again as we head into there. Hopefully we get some good luck. We're going to start with the Hellion. The Hellion got a darkness. We're going to use a torch on that. That's 2 in a row for that. That's for the Highwayman. A trap for the Grave Robber. That's good, actually. I think the Grave Robber has something against traps. No, she doesn't. That's okay. And a rubble. So there goes the last of our shovels. And 2 torches. Do I really want to use 2 torches on this? Let's look at this. So stressful darkness. Consume a torch or gain +2 stress or -1 torch. We can go down 1 on the torch. So for this one, I'm doing this. We're just going to suck it up and go down on our torchlight in the dungeon by 1. We're at 3. We don't want to go down any farther than that. That means when we're in a room, we start getting stress. And we can use Dazzling Light to get the torch back up. We're okay there. This one, however, do I want to use one of our... I'll use one torch to get rid of that. Now the trap, we can use tools. We can use tools, but I don't think I want to. Let's look at the trap real quick. Trap. Consume a tool to ignore or gain an attack. I guess my wife took my son to get a haircut and she's pinging the heck out of me about it. Okay. Consume a tool to ignore it or roll an attack against you. We can AC 8. So that's going to be a 5 with the Grave Robber. So let's just take a chance. We might take a little more damage with the Grave Robber, but she's got 15 health now. So on a crit it'll be 4. On a normal hit it'll be 2. We need to roll 5 or better to or actually, let's see, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, need to roll better than a 5 to miss, right? Or 6 to miss. 6 to miss. A 10. So that actually she avoided the trap. That is fantastic. We didn't have to suffer through that. And then we will use our last tool to clear the rubble. And then we are going into this layer. So let me get that out. We're going to get our room going here. Let's see what we have for a room. And hopefully it's nothing crazy. Alright, that's good enough. We've shuffled. The spiked pit, we've seen this before, so let me get that out. We're going into the spiked pit room to have a battle. Man, we're already, look how many provisions we're already down. And we're only in the second room of the dungeon. This time, though, when we scout, we're going to get to see 2 rooms. And that'll guide our direction. Hopefully we get lucky in which way we go, because otherwise we'll have to backtrack and take a lot of stress. However, in this one, I do got to use the, I'm using this as my firewood because I can't find the firewood token. We do have firewood that can allow us to do 12 points of stuff back. So we will be okay there. Let me get the room out and let's get going. Okay, here's our room set up now. Got to get our critters out and see the stack here of critters is a lot lighter than it used to be because we've taken out all the things that weren't undead. So the odds of us getting... Hey, I cut myself. Hold on. Not sure how I did that, but I did manage to cut my finger. Sorry. Okay, let's finish. You don't want to see blood. If you did and you're cringy about that, I'm sorry. I'm going to turn off the camera for just a moment. Well, gents and ladies and gentlemen, the darkest dungeon is dangerous. It's making me bleed. Anyway, I think I just cut a cuticle on a card or something like that. It's all okay. All right, well, let's see what our monsters are right now. Okay, first up, we are going to have a Bone Arbalist. He is going in the back, and he is unholy. Too bad we don't have a Crusader on this. Very helpful. Oh, the Brigand Bloodletter. Now, I got to get out his card. I think he is a double-sized guy. Yeah, he is. So we're going to get him out. Let me get his card out just a moment. We're going to get him into play here. So the Brigand Bloodletter, there he is. Now, you can see he's large and he's in the front. He's going large, guys. So we're going to put him aside because he's not coming back in that format. At least not in this scenario. And then we have one more to draw. So right now, this guy's taking up these 2 spaces. And then we got one more. What do we got? We have a Brigand Cutthroat right there. So it's going to be an undead Arbalist helping out the Brigands. And then some humans. So let's get him on the board. Super worried that I didn't have some of these bigger guys painted. But I do. And here he is. This is the Brigand Bloodletter. He's right here. Now he's going to go on both the space, the first space, which is going to be the aggressive stance space, which is right here. He is large, so there's only 3 tokens to go in there. That's kind of interesting because that puts us at a disadvantage in that space. But the next one up is going to be a Brigand Cutthroat. We happen to have one of those right here. Now normally he goes in the archer. He's going to go in the ranged space, so it's going to be right back in here. And then we have a Bone Arbalist. Here's that guy, the Bone Arbalist. And he is going to go right back in here. And now we have our time set up for our monsters. Now let me get the deck set up for the initiative track, and then we're going to get on to killing them. Or hopefully killing them. Maybe they'll kill us. I hope not. That would be bad. I doubt it. We're doing pretty good, but let's see. I did double check a rule. I think it's important to note that I need to take an initiative card out of here for the monsters because there are only 3 monsters. The Brigand Bloodletter does not get like 2 initiative rounds, right? He just gets 1. He's just big. He's got a lot of health, 24 health. He's as bad as a boss. We're going to have to take him down pretty quickly, and he's got some mean attacks. He's completely immune to stun, and he's resistant to pool. So hopefully we get to go first and get some damage laid into him. You know, we could do a lot of damage, or we could start making him bleed. That might be the actual best way to go. All right, I've been shuffling up the initiative cards. Let's get him going and see what we get here. Okay. Now, wait, something looks wrong. Oh, just upside down. Sorry. Okay, not a problem. All right, we're ready to go. Now, we're going to first start. Remember, our light is at 3, so that means everybody's got +1 to crits. That includes the enemies. We've got to remember that. And we do have some cool abilities on the board. I'm just overlooking everybody, looking at any trinkets they might have. We have 2 trinkets. Man, we got to get him to go bleed this big guy, right? When you hit with a skill, inflict additional 2 bleed for 2 turns. That would be useful because he can go in and really like open up a vein and do a whole bunch of bleed on him. That would be very, very good. So let's get started. See, I hope this guy does not go first. Okay, we got lucky. Okay, so first off is our Hellion. Now the Hellion doesn't actually have to move. Now, does he pull though? Does he got? Let's look at this guy's abilities. Okay, he's got 3 of them. One, we got to get everybody separated a little bit because we don't want to get hit by this too much. This rain of whips. He's got a point blank shot which does debuff, and it pushes, not pulls. So it's not going to pull us into the pit. So I think we're okay there. I think our Hellion is going to stay put, and for her first action, she's going to do an Iron Swan attack. Let's take a look at that. I could move in there and do Make It Bleed. We can stack like big bleed tokens up on this guy and let him die. Or I can do a lot of damage with this. I have to get into the zone with him, which she can't. She's got a movement of 2. But I was thinking I'd get the Highwayman into the space to help with the Make It Bleed. However, the Hellion's tougher. Maybe that's not the right idea. Okay, I think we're going to do... Oh, man, but then I won't... Only 3 people can go in this location. That's the only problem. Now, remember, that location is a circle of power. Monsters standing here at the end of turn are going to heal, let's say, 4. So we got to get him out of there somehow. I don't know how we do that. I don't really have any push or pull abilities. You know, he's going to be much harder to take down if he's healing. We got to do a lot of damage every round to get him. That's going to be rough. Okay, well, it is what it is. This is a setup we have. This may be the first truly nasty battle we have to deal with. So do I go in there and do Make It Bleed, or do I go in there and do Wicked Hack for a lot more damage because that's our level 2 Hellion ability? I think we're going to do that. We're going to go 1, 2 into there. She has the movement. Now, they're the only ones that can fit in that space. That's problematic. But we're then going to roll a hit-to-hit chance on. Let's move this over just a little bit. Get most of the field of view there. We're going to roll her Wicked Hack. Remember, we got Wicked Hack level 2. It's AC 10. The Brigand has no dodge, so she can't really miss. She's going to do 9, or if we can get a crit, which is a 1 or 2 right now, we can get up to 17 points in one shot. That would be phenomenal. Let's see how lucky we can get. Oh my god, we rolled a 1! It's a 1. It's a critical. 1 to 2. So, okay, that means that the... Good deal. The Hellion lost to stress, and we did 17 points of damage. Too bad nobody else was there with her, but the only one that would have had any effect on that would be the Grave Robber. Was the only one that did damage. So there's 15, 16, 17 out of 24. Man, our Hellion, wow, that was super impactful. Meant a lot. It depends, though, because I don't want this guy to attack us back. But man, that was fantastic for the Hellion. What a great turn for her. She stepped it up and did her thing. Okay. I'm nervous about this because this guy can hit pretty hard. Well, actually, he doesn't hit as hard as... Well, he does. He does. He can hit pretty hard. All right. Anyway, everybody's separated. That's good news. But it's going to be our... Okay, it's going to be our Highwayman. What does he want to do? Remember, we do have other enemies. I think, man, this guy's not that far away from death. He's only got... I should check. Did he have any armor? He did not. Okay. We should just... we should pistol shot him, I guess, for 5. It's not going to be enough to kill him. We'll have to do something else. The Vestal can hit him with Dazzling Light. Maybe can't stun him, but maybe kill him. All right. We're going to do pistol shot. Pistol shot has an accuracy of 9. It's going to do 5 or 9 if we crit. Man, wouldn't that be something? But I don't know if that's going to happen twice. Let's see if we get lucky and do hit him, though. Let's roll. A 10. We actually miss. Oh my gosh, that was his first attack. So for his second attack, he will do that again. There's no way he's missing twice. And a 6. So he hit for 5 more. That means he's a 23 of 24. We just have to do one more attack on him. But that was both of the brigand's actions. Oh, that's rough. My luck is not going to hold out that long, is it? No, it's not. So, okay, so the brigand bloodletter's going next. And remember, at the end of a turn, he's going to heal 4. So now it's going to take us till next round to kill him, I think. Let's look at his card. There's a bit of glare there. Let me pull it up so you can see it. Okay, so right now he is in the aggressive stance. So we're going to roll a die. And it's going to be one of these things. So, yeah. All right, 5. Let me see. He's not in the defensive position. He is in the aggressive position. So it's going to be his number 2 attack, his punishment. He's going to do punishment on the closest target. So that's going to be the Hellion. Punishment is not that bad. It's going to do 2 bleed and do 1 stress if he hits. He has a 9 accuracy, so that means he needs to roll an 8 or better. Let's go to the attack now. That Hellion, she sure did it up that turn. That was great. Oh no, he crit! Oh God, really? I mean, goes both ways, right? So he's going to do punishment's only 5. That's not so bad, but that is going to increase her stress back up 1. She just took 5 points of damage, so she's got 5 points on her now. We can get that healed with the Vestal, so it's not the worst scenario. And then, the problem with the Vestal, she can't move out of here without taking damage from the pit, so that's a bad thing. But she's got some range, so we're okay there. All right, so I don't know. The reason I'm talking about that is because I'm about to do a whole bunch of stuff. So it is going to do bleed 2 for 2 turns. We got to get that out. Bleed 2 for 2 turns. There are those. That goes on the Hellion. I have bandages. I think we're just going to get rid of it on anyone's turn. We'll do that. And then it is going to raise her stress up 1 more time. So she's now at 4 stress. That's the Hellion. That's not wonderful. And that was a crit, so that's bad. Okay, well, turnabout's fair play. She hit him real hard. He hit her back, not as hard. So I'm okay with that. And that is his... He's not going to move, so that is his action. That's all he's going to do. And then we get to go with the Grave Robber. Now, the Grave Robber is going after this Bone Archer so we can get him killed. She has a movement of 3, so she's going to go 1, 2, and 3 right into a space. 3 people can get in that treasure space right there. And they're going to face off mano-y-mano. All right, so I think when she gets there, because I don't want him doing archery. He's bad. Well, he's going to try and do it anyway, but it depends on what he rolls. He may end up doing absolutely nothing if he can't move to the right space. And if he can, he might move into the pit trap. But we're going to do pick to the face. We can kill him in 1 shot if we get no, we can't with pick to the face. But we are going to do pick to the face. Pick to the face has a chance to hit of 9. It ignores armor. That's not relevant here. The bone arbalist has no armor, but he does have a dodge, so it needs an 8 or better. We rolled a 7, so it did hit. She hit for a whopping 4 points. Not great, but it's a start. It's half the damage on the bone arbalist. And that is her action. The bone arbalist is undead, and he's immune to disease, but that didn't matter in this case. And we'll see what he does next. He's going to try to do... He's in the ranged space, so he's going to try to shoot, but I think he might have a problem with that. He's going to have to move into the trap area to actually shoot at her, because it's got a range of 2. So we'll see how this goes. That was a good move on her part. All right, now let's see. We got 1 more hero to go. Okay. What did I... Oh, we haven't... Yeah. Okay, so the Brigand Cutthroat's going next. He's got a movement of what? Of 1. So he can't really do much. Let's see. He's in the ranged attack roll. So let's see what that does. Ranged roll. He is going to do... Here, let's get his card out. I can show you what he does. So he is in this space. So he's going to do number 1, Slice and Dice, which only has a range of 1. He can't get there, but he will start. He's a move there. And then that's it for him. He's coming at us. That's okay. We're good. Then we are going to have the... Okay, so the Arbalist goes next. The Arbalist is going to try and do quarrel, which is to shoot his crossbow. To do that, oh wait, I forgot at the end of his turn. Hold on. Let's do this. I'm going to take a 5 away and add a 1 to it. So that sucks because he just healed 4 in that space. Yuck. Okay. Didn't want to forget that before we keep going. Okay, now the Arbalist is going to have to go. Now what does the Pit Trap do? Spike Pit. Heroes and monsters that are pushed or standing here at the end of their turn take 3 damage and suffer 1 bleed for 3 turns. I mean, would he do that? I guess the question is, if he doesn't, he can't attack. Well, he can't attack. What's his target? Let me look at that. It actually makes a difference. His target is going to be the furthest. So actually, he can go. He's got a movement of 2. He still has to move into here. He's got a range of 2, so he can shoot 1, 2. He can shoot our Vestal from there. He's still going to take the damage, but he can shoot from there. And that would, but his target would be her. It's the farthest, so it would be her. She's the farthest, right? No. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. They're both the same. So in rank order, it would attack the Grave Robber, but he's going to take damage and bleed at the end of his turn for doing that. But that's the only way he gets to attack. Now next turn he can move out and do that. But I think this is what he'd do. I don't know. Anyway, he's got an accuracy of 9. If somebody's marked, he gets +1 damage, but they're not. So he needs to hit the Vestal. She does not have any dodge, so it's just going to be a 9 or less. Let's see, a 4. So he is going to hit the Vestal with his quarrel for 5 points of damage. We're taking some damage here. Gotta get some healing going, Vestal. That's not great. All right. Speaking of which, the next character to go will be the Vestal. Okay. So, boom. There we go. You know what? The problem with that Place of Power is that it doesn't affect the heroes. Like the 5 damage that the Hellion take doesn't affect her. So the Vestal's going to go. Now we got 2 beefed up abilities. Do I go? We're going to move 1, so we're going to move here. This may not be a good move later on, but we're going to go there. Okay, we move there. Now what do? We got some ranged attacks. We have, we cannot reach the Hellion with a heal. We can, if we do Divine Grace. No, that's only a 1. 0 to 1. So range is here and here. We can't actually heal her. That's really not great. The Dazzling Light is a range of 1, so we can't do that either. She's really neutralized right now unless she steps into the pit and decides to heal herself. Oh, well, speaking of which, we have 1 bandage. I do want to use it on the Hellion to get rid of the bleed. So on the Vestal's turn, she's going to get rid of the bleed tokens on the Hellion. Okay. There, she did do something good. But she's really out of luck. I mean, she can cast Divine Comfort on the Highwayman, who's got no damage, to heal her own damage, because that will heal her 3 with her temporarily upgraded Divine Comfort. It'll heal 3 on herself. She got 5 damage. I think she'll do that. Let's just roll here. A 1. She criticaled, actually. So that doesn't do anything. It's sad. That doesn't do anything, except it does reduce stress on the 2 characters there, her and the Highwayman. I reduced their stress. And then that will heal 3 for her, leaving her with only 2 damage. I don't know what else to do there, frankly. That's about the best we can get. So there's 2 damage left on the Vestal, and that's going to be the end of her turn. Wow. This is one of the first times we've gone into round 2 with every single character and monster still alive. So I just moved the round marker up to round 2. Remember, we have to get them all in 4 rounds. So this is going to be rough. Not that bad. Oh, this guy, at the end of his turn, I guess I'm forgetting things. He took the trap there. So that's going to take, he's going to take 3 damage. Does that kill him? No, it does not. He's got quite a bit. What has he got on him right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought he was supposed to have 5 from pick. No, it's 4 from pick to the face. So he's going to take 3. So it's going to be, I'll leave 2 there. Get out of 5. 7 points of damage. And there, he took that, but he's also got, for his next round, he's going to take some bleed. So it's going to be 1 bleed for 3 turns, no problem. And I've got that out. Sorry, I'm getting a little out of order, but this is the way this game goes. At least I'm remembering it, right? Okay, there are his 3 bleed tokens. He's going to bleed to death, but we're going to kill him first anyway, right? Okay, I got all their initiative cards. Just make sure they're in the right Okay, here we go. Let's shuffle them up. This is what I was talking about. I want them all in the same direction so I don't mess that up. Okay, there we go. Like I said, I wish they were more neutral. You know, just like, and nothing like an eye in each corner or something like that. I don't know. They're cool looking, mind you, but still. All right. Seems like that's a good shuffle. Okay, let's do that and see what happens next. It is our Hellion. Can the Hellion kill the big guy? It's going to be harder because he did heal, but she's going to do the same thing. She's going to do I want to do Wicked Hack again too? Yeah, she needs to just do damage. Okay, so again, she's got a crit of, actually right now her crit chance is 2 because of the light. So, okay, crit chance of 2. Let's see if we can do it. Oh my gosh, my rolls! A 2, y'all! A 2, we just crit this guy. The Hellion loses a stress, does 17 points of damage to the Brigand Bloodletter, and kills him. Good for us. Man, that was a whopper attack. Now, he's gone from this big 2 slot right there, and he's out of the game for this moment because of the scenario with the Necromancer. All the living creatures basically turn into undead at some point if they get killed. So let's take a look at the board now. Now we got the Brigand Cutthroat in the aggressive stance and the Bone Cultist, Arbalist, in the defensive stance. So it's going to change what he's going to do. He's going to go in for melee attacks now. Okay, good job. Now I still have 1 action with the Hellion. All right, well let's make this happen. 1, 2. She has a movement of 2, so she's going to go right in there and face the music with him. Again, I'm going to have to use both of the Vestal's actions to move away from to move across the pit without ending her turn there. So that's going to suck because you only got a movement of 1, and that is now the end of the Hellion's turn. Next up, we do have the Brigand Cutthroat. What is he going to do? Let's see. He is in the aggressive stance, so he is going to. Says roll a die. We're going to do one of 2 things. Let's see. We can roll a 1, so that's going to be his number 2 uppercut slice. Oh, it's going to push. Interesting. Okay. If he hits, so he needs an 8. The Hellion's got a defense of 1, so he needs a 7. Come on, let's a 6. He does hit. That is going to do 5 points more damage. That means the Hellion is suddenly at 10. And there's some interesting things that are going down there. So push. Guess it's going to push her back into here. And she is now in the defensive stance on the track. That's interesting, right? So she's got to move forward if we want to take care of business. And that is going to be his action. He had no reason to go anywhere. That was his attack would have been at the closest, and that was the Hellion. The Hellion's also was highest in the aggressive stance, in the stance track. All right, who do you got next? Now we have the Highwayman. The Highwayman gets to go. He is way down here. What does he want to do? He's got a movement of 2. He can get in range of a pistol shot on the Brigand, or he can just shoot the... He's going to move to here. I think that's reasonable. And then he's going to shoot the Arbalist. So he has a pistol shot accuracy. Oh, man, I should have upgraded pistol shot, huh? I've been using it a lot. Okay, pistol shot has an accuracy of 9. The Bone Arbalist does not have... Well, he does have 1, so he needs an 8 or better. Let's see if he can get it. A 5, he does. That means the pistol shot is going to do 5 more damage to the Arbalist. That means the Arbalist is at 10, 11, 12. And with the bleed, he's already dead. Boom. The Arbalist is gone. Good job. Not a crit, but we'll take the death, the killing. Good job to our Brigand. And I didn't use this trinket. I thought I would this turn, but I didn't. Okay. That is it. Now this Arbalist is gone, so I got to make sure that we do not... He's going back in the deck, and we have to remove his initiative card from the pool. So put that aside. Okay. Good deal. Next up. Round 2, I think we're going to cover this pretty well. It's going to be the monster, so it's going to be the Brigand Cutthroat. Oh, he already went, didn't he? He already went. Oh, right. There is nobody else. So that's it. So the rest of it's going to be heroes. We already had the Brigand Cutthroat go. I'll leave his thing on his card right there. I took it off his card. Okay, next up, that would have been the Arbalist. He doesn't get to go. Next up is the Grave Robber. Grave Robber is first going to open the treasure. Ooh, 1d10 or a provision. I'm going to go with the d10 gold. Let's hope we get a decently high number this time. Come on, a 5? That's okay. I'll take 5 gold. So she found 5 gold in that chest. There it is. And that goes on our money pile. We have 6 gold. Yay! All right, that is her turn. No, that's not her turn. She still has some movement. She's not going to move into the pit trap. That's dumb. So she will just simply... She got 3 movement. She'll go 1, 2, 3 into here with him. They're all going after this guy eventually. Okay. And then last but not least, we're going to have the Vestal. She's simply going to move here. Now that area is blocked off. Then she can do some healing next turn, hopefully, depending on what happens. We're going to round 3, so that is not wonderful. And I think the Hellion is going to just stay there and open the chest, let the rest of them kill the Brigand. We'll see, because he's the only one left. So these are our cards. There we go. These are our cards. Let's shuffle them up and see what happens next. This is the first of the battles in here. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's do this. We get, okay, first one's going to be actually it's the Highwayman. That's actually not a bad thing. He moves 2, right? Yeah, so he's going to go 1, 2 into there. And we're going to attack the Cutthroat. Now, the Cutthroat does have a dodge. We're going to use our open his vein. Don't do open vein. On crit, you can kill him. He can't kill him with Wicked Slice, so we're going to do open vein, because then he'll die on his turn if we just hit. It has an accuracy of 11, so he can't miss. He can just crit. He rolled a 1 and crit and killed this guy instantly. That sucks. I didn't really want that to happen. Well, I guess good news is he's got no stress at all. But we are going to miss out on that treasure, because as soon as the last enemy is dead, we stop right there. So we have killed the enemies in this room. We are done. What is the reward for a layer? Let's take a look. I think it's money. But we cleared out a layer. Yeah, layer. So we're going to look at the rooms. You know, it's weird. The layer's not on here. I have to get the rule book out. Just a sec. We just get the treasure. But we do clear the room. So this layer is gone now from the board. We don't have to worry about going back there, except for some stress. All right, let's get everybody off the board. We did not get this chest, so I'm going to put it back over there. Get the initiative cards back in where they belong, and we will move forward. That wasn't a bad battle for us at all. We did really, really well on that. So that was good. Okay. Okay, got the initiative cards set aside, ready to go. We'll move everybody, move her back in positions. She's now going back to the front rank where she belongs. The Highwayman and the Vestal, everybody's gone. This board is good. We're going back to the dungeon where we're going to check on and explore some things. Okay, we are going to each take a stress to explore. Good news is we're not doing too bad on stress. Hellion is the worst off at 3. Well, actually, the Grave Arbor goes to 4 right now. And the Vestal goes to 3. So there's some stress going on there, but we're okay. That means we're going to get to explore. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see what's in these rooms. A Curio and a Darkness. The Darkness is just bad. But again, I don't know which direction the layer is. The Necromancer's layer is in. However, I think... we have torches, so we're going to go to the Curio room, because then I get nothing but the good side of the Curio, and that's really effective. Now there might be a fight in there too, which isn't bad either, because we might get some treasure. I think we're going that way. But before we do that, we of course have to roll our dice. So let's get started and see what happens. Okay, the first die we're going to roll is going to be for our, let's set this round tracker back. Our light is still there. And roll, we're going to, a trap for the Hellion. The Highwayman rolls a blank. I don't roll enough blanks, I'll tell you that. The Grave Robber rolls a blank. Well, now I'm getting lucky. And the Vestal rolls, no more shovels. We're going to take some stuff there. That's okay. It's okay. We can rest pretty soon. I think we're going to have to clear out all the way to the end before we rest, because then we're going to have to backtrack, and we're going to need stress for that. If we don't encounter the Necromancer's lair. So let's resolve these. This is going to the Hellion. That's going to be a trap. We know that a trap is a AC 8, so AC 7 in this case. We're going to roll that. A 9. The trap missed again. That is fantastic. Bad trap. I don't have any tools to take care of the trap. So then we got 2 blanks. That is fantastic. And then the last one's going to be Rubble. Rubble, we either do that or we suffer 1 wound per dungeon, which is 1 and 1 stress. So the Vestal is going to take a point of damage. and suffer 1 stress, putting her up to 4 now. So we're okay. And then we move into the Curio room. Nice. Oh, knocking people down. Right, we are in a Curio room, so what do we do there? It's not just getting a Curio. So in the Curio room, we're going to roll a d6 on a 1 through 5. The room is guarded. There's a battle in the room. 6 through 10, the room is unguarded. And after resolving a die, we draw a Curio. So let's see. We're just going to roll right here. We want a 6 or better. A 10. Perfect. So there's a Curio, but no fight. Actually, I wouldn't have minded another fight. It would have helped us heal and de-stress as we move along. But we do get a Curio here, and we're going to use a torch on it. I'm telling you right now, because you're supposed to declare it before you draw it. We're definitely using a torch. So, wait, first off, I also have to determine who's good. It's going to be the Grave Robber, because the Grave Robber has no quirks or trinkets or anything. So, stack of books. A stack of literary treasures in an unlikely location, filled with worry and some selfish thoughts. You are relieved to find a trinket. You rise to your feet with your confidence boosted and your morale lifted. So we're going to get +1. That would be a bad quirk, but we don't have to suffer that. So all 3 good things. We're going to get 3 good things out of that. That is fantastic. So in the next battle, we're going to have a buff for the 2-turn buff for our Grave Robber. Maybe, we'll see. We're going to not gain a stress. It says gain a stress, but we don't gain that. We do not gain the negative quirk. We do, however, gain the level 1 trinket. So let me get the level 1 trinkets out here and see what she gets. Okay, here we go. Level 1 trinkets. Pretty exciting. She needed a trinket, so this is good. Okay, here's the level 1 trinkets. Let's shuffle them up. See what she gets. Boom. We get a Sage's Book, +2 accuracy when in the last final position. I think she's going to trade that immediately off to the Vestal. We'll do that. The Vestal's usually the one in that position, so we'll do that. Okay, so the Vestal now has the Sage's Book. I'll take it. And that clears the Curio room. When the Curio room is cleared, it is gone. So we have done that. And I think from there, do we keep going and do one more round of exploration? We could get into the fight, can't we? What's in this room? Let's see. What do we got? Well, we only have 1 layer. The only thing that we might run into is a treasure room, which would be a fight. We'll see when we get there. We're going to scout, so everybody's going to take a stress. I'm going to have to do some de-stressing when we get to the next room, I think, or the room after. It is the treasure room. Nice. Okay, so let's take a look and see what that is. The treasure room. Commence a battle when the room is cleared. You gain 20 gold. That is fantastic. Plus whatever we get in there. So we're going to move ourselves there. We're going to roll our 4 dice for exploration. And then next video, we will get into that room. We're almost at the final boss. Well, the final boss for this level. The Hellion's going to go first. A blank. Sorry, I didn't know if you saw that. Then we're going to roll for the Highwayman. Oh man, he's going to take damage and stress. The Grave Robber, a blank. God, the Grave Robber's been lucky. And a darkness thingy. We have torches. Oh, I did have to use one of our torches on the Curio. So we only have 1 torch left. That's okay. All right. So we're going to resolve these. The Hellion got nothing. The Highwayman. Man, I wish he doesn't get traps, and he's got a quirk, benefiting quirk for traps. But he does have to do this. Let's find where is it? There we go. Rubble 1 + 1 health, or he takes a damage. Okay, going to take a damage and gain a stress. We're going to have to. He's at 4 stress now. That's not terrible. Okay, and that's his die resolved. The die for the Grave Robber was blank, and then we have this darkness for the Vestal, which is consume a torch or get +2 stress and minus. We're not going to do that. We're going to consume the torch. So that torch is gone, and so is her bad die. All right, well, now we know we're in the treasure room, so at this point we're going to end it here, and then we're going to go back in and have another battle in another room, and then we'll get to see how lucky we got. I don't know. I mean, if I have to backtrack all the way down here through darkness and everything, I'm definitely going to have to. I think if this isn't the final boss, backtrack to here, take some stress, rest here, then keep going. If it is the final boss, we'll rest where we're at, gather our strength, and go in. But we're going to save that for next turn, for the next video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this. When we do finish off the Necromancer, I'm going to then pause the game, because we'll get on to something else for a while, and I'll come back and do the next set of levels for that too at some point. There's a great campaign tracker, and I'm going to use that to keep track of the game. Someone's interrupting me, so I'll have to let you go now. I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you soon.